so y'all better cook. I got big dreams, you walk talk, when I walk, that's that big drip. When I slide down your block, now they pissed off, like I really give a I got big sauce, so y'all better catch up.
What's the deal? What's the deal, man? We are back. You already know how we do on this side. Yes, sir. I can't wait till I get that new lens, man. You know, so I can have a little more space. I'm gonna actually change my whole setup real soon. I gotta get me a new desk. You feel me? A new desk. So I can have more space. You feel me? But yeah, we are back, man. You already know it's your boy Don Mello. We already reached our goal of 2,000 subs, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. You know, man, good feeling. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. I'm not even gonna lie with you. Now we on the road to 5K. You know, or 3K. 3K. We'll say 3K. We're just gonna take it day by day. You feel me? But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into this reaction, man. Today we got Bobby Shmurda. And it's looking bad. It's looking bad. I heard through the grapevine or through a post or whatever, that bruh can't even sell tickets. He can't even sell tickets right now. He stayed down for the crown. He did his thing in jail. You know, he didn't tell on nobody. You know, but I guess the music is just not translating, man. It's just people are not. It's just not. He ain't ever been able to shake back from that one hit that he had. But let's go. All right, let's get it. This nigga Flacco. Hey, y'all see that video? they be having my nigga Flacco messed up, bro. Somebody said he had a roach crawling on his shoulder on one of his videos. They be on my boy Top, but let's go.
Low. This is bad and really sad. This Bobby Shmurda situation really highlights how fake internet culture is. Can y'all remember the time when Bobby Shmurda was locked up and everyone was talking about how when Bobby get out, it's over with, the summer lit, Bobby about to take over, they can't wait for Bobby to come home, Bobby the realest one ever. This is a culture of rats. Bring Bobby home, let Bobby restore the culture. Y'all remember that era? His first day home, he literally hopped on a private jet. Almost every rapper in the industry pulled up on him. Gave him like a couple hundred, that's Quavo right there. Gave him like 100,000 in cash. Some people gave him like a $50,000 jewelry on. So the culture was behind him. People were stamping him. People were excited. Now, it's been about 4 years since Bobby Shmurda has been home.
Damn. He been home for 4 years? Sheesh. Maybe he wasn't, maybe why he hasn't, you know, had another hit or just his music ain't been going like that is probably because he been having too much fun, you know, focusing on having fun and not really, you know, putting in work, you know. But I don't know. Or maybe he ain't been making the right. I don't know. But let's go.
All that love he got initially is all gone. Bobby Shmurda has fallen off to a level I don't think anyone ever predicted. This is levels I've never seen from any major artist. Like, a major artist can probably fall off from doing, I don't know, 100,000 copies first week to about 5,000 copies first week. But they at least have a core fan base who really want to hear from them. Like, for example, Wale, he's fallen off, but Wale can still go out and do a tour. Wale can still go out and make some money because Wale has a core fan base who want to hear from him. Bobby Shmurda, on the other hand, not only are the numbers not there no more, the fan attention is completely not there no more. We found this out.
But see, the thing is, and that's the thing too, man, that's why, like, that's like in my opinion, that's like the worst thing you could do, is have a hit song. That's why it's important to, build your catalog, you know, build a fan base, you know, a core fan base. So that way, even, cause man, I'm telling you, you got people out here that you probably never heard of, right? But they have a core audience and a core fan base that really rock with them, and they able to sustain their career because of that, because they've built a catalog, they built a sound. You know, they didn't just get popping off one song. You feel me? Now let's just say if you build a catalog and you build a actual real fan base, like a core fan base, people that really like mess with your music and rock with you heavy, um, you know, and then you get a hit song, then I feel like it'll work in your favor better. But it's like when you come out the gate with a hit song and you haven't really been like it's establishing yourself as an artist or establishing your sound, establishing your fan base, your real fan base, you know, it's almost like, you know, it's hard to keep up, man. We didn't see a lot of people think about it. You had what's his name? The panda dude. I forgot his name. If y'all know in the comments, let me know. I forgot bro name though, but the nigga who made the Panda song that sound like Future. He had that one song, or he had like two songs, but really one song that got him famous, and then he didn't have nothing to follow up with. It took a little minute, but you see he fell off. Like most people who come out the gate with a hit song, to me it never works out. Like from what I see, it don't never work out. It always the momentum is just because you haven't. It's like starting at the start time. I mean, starting at the start and then skipping right to the finish line. You know, yeah, man. It's all bad though. But let's see what this got. Let's see what's going on though. I'm gonna stop talking because I know I'm talking too much, y'all.
When Bobby Shmurda took to Instagram to announce that his tour was canceled, and he chastised a couple of people who's responsible for the tour being canceled. He says, "Hey, to all my fans, I apologize for the tour being canceled. I take full responsibility. I have to go through lawsuits with these guys. Philip Stengel works at Halo Touring. I get Guap is, I think, Bobby's manager that I knew better to do business with. Let this be a life lesson to all business owners and affiliate. Don't leave nothing in no one's hands. Don't matter how much you got to work. Nobody's going to treat your work like it's you, except
Facts.
if you got a top pause done. Except if you got a top pause. Oh, okay. Done expert. Okay. Bro, this man like can't speak. But that happens once in a blue moon because you have money does not make you a boss anyways. I apologize again to all my fans. I might have to go through some lawsuits and lawyer fees money, aka the industry most wanted. Ain't nothing new. I've been fighting. He would release messages between him and the Philip dude where it looks like there's a dispute over ads and running the Instagram ads for the tour or the Facebook ads. Now, the Philip guy will say, "Hey, B, let me know if you need a book mailing address to sue me. And anytime we can run the FFA. Oh, this is a white boy who is about it. Ain't no big here. You ain't got to talk to me like you have been." It looks like Bobby been calling them white folks, talking to them crazy because the tour ain't selling. Right now, Bobby manager will say, temper flared and things were said from both sides. Let's call it even as men and move on and continue this business. They got together and decided to let bygones be bygones after the huge argument, but this was like literally a week ago. This was on the 28th. So whatever.
See, this is why, like, man, bro, it's like this is the exact reason why, you know, DIY, do it yourself, because of shit like this. It's like when you depend on people, especially if they don't believe in what you got going on. Obviously, I guarantee you, if you had a hit song out right now, this wouldn't even be a thing, right? But it's like when you ain't popping, niggas ain't checking for you. Niggas is not checking for you. And 9 times out of 10, most of the time, niggas ain't gonna believe in you more than you believe in yourself. That's why, like, I take initiative to like do things myself, because at the end of the day, if shit go bad or if I mess up, it's on me. And I could live with that. I could live with me making a mistake versus somebody else doing it because they don't give a damn about. And ain't nobody, and you should never expect nobody to believe in something more than you believe in it yourself. It just don't work like that. So, yeah, Bobby, and it's crazy because Bobby is a solid dude. he got charisma, you know what I'm saying? He got the energy, you know, he got the you know, and he a solid dude from what I've seen online. But maybe the music just not resonating. Especially them songs he dropped when he got out. Nah. Nah.
Took place within that week span. They're now beefing, and Bobby is blasting them on social media. He's going off on these dudes who Philip is the booking agent. So he's going off on these dudes for the tour not selling, for the people not having no interest in coming to the tour, because that's why most tours are canceled, right? If a tour is canceled, it's because them tickets ain't selling. Well, Bobby Shmurda ain't really got it hot no more. So Bobby Shmurda's thinking it's everybody else's fault but his.
See, but at the same time too, he might be trying to he because the thing is too, look, you can't get it in order when you go to these venues, bro. It's business. They don't give a damn about who you are. They want to see how many tickets you can sell and how much traffic you could bring to their establishment. Now, who knows? His booking agent might have been trying to book big venues. And the thing is, too, don't get it twisted. When you be looking at these artists, and I say this all the time, you look at these artists, don't get tricked and fooled by the glitz and the glamour and how it look on social media. Social media, you could be anybody you want to. You can make people perceive you any way you want to. A lot of these artists that y'all see with millions and millions of views can't even sell out a club venue, let alone a bigger venue than that. You feel me? So at the end of the day, what I would have did, I'm you know, I don't know the ins and outs of what's going on of Bobby Shmurda's business, but I could almost assume that his booking agent was probably trying to book big venues, thinking that he was gonna be able to, you know, fulfill the ticket and get the tickets out there and all that case. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, see what I would have did was, especially because Bobby Shmurda ain't been hot lately, I would have did all small venues and go on a campaign, do a rollout. You know what I'm saying? Do a project rollout. Go on the street, chop it up with motherfuckers. Try to, you know what I'm saying? And win the people over. You feel me? It's ways to do it. It's ways to do it. But I would have, coming out the gate, I would have do like shows of maybe 30 to 50 people. And it don't sound like a lot, but you know, you could always grow it. But at the same time, though, it's more intimate, you know. And I feel like he should have did smaller shows. Maybe he probably was trying to do big venues and couldn't pack it out. So in that case, I would do small venues, and you know, or even if you don't get a venue, go rent out a space and then, you know, throw your own show. Shit, you see what Lil Russell doing. Or yeah, you see how he did his thing. He turned his backyard into a venue. You know, sometimes, you know, yeah.
And Bobby Shmurda has exhibited signs of psychosis in the past before when like he was online talking about how his numbers has fallen off and he's not really doing no engagement no more. He would take to social media to address his fans and claim that it's the music labels that are blackballing him and they're the ones that's keeping his numbers down and he's not getting the engagement, the likes, the views no more because the record labels are all colluding with social media companies to make sure that he's fallen off. When in fact, if he, you know, has, you know, some type of logic to him or some type of, I don't know, sense to him, he'll realize, bruh, the engagement is down because the fan interest in you is waning, not because of the music labels. Like, cut it out.
It ain't. You can't blame the labels, bro. The labels is only there to enhance what you got going on. Nowadays, it ain't like back in the day where they building artists up. That's not the case no more, bro. Nowadays, they going for artists. They getting behind artists who get they self hot. Like, prime example. We got TDE, right? You had Reason, and then you had Ray Vaughn. Reason, you know, as far as like putting himself out there like that, he wasn't. I don't think he was doing the right things to get himself hot. Ray Vaughn, on the other hand, he was doing just that. You feel me? So and he got motion. So it's like nowadays, you know, labels are dealing with artists who know how to get themselves hot. you know, and how to keep that. Why you think Takashi was going crazy for so long? Because he knew how to market himself. So the label gonna get behind you. The less work they gotta do, the better for them. That's easy money. If they ain't gotta use a gang of resources because you already getting yourself popping, hey, shit, the better. You know, and you can see that pattern with a lot of different artists. If you don't, especially if your music ain't all that, and maybe your music was not that good. We just gonna call it spade a spade because I didn't like that shit that you was putting out. You was putting out all this Uncle Luke ass music. You feel me? And maybe you just wasn't marketing it right. And to be honest, I don't feel like Bobby Shmurda ever had a core fan base. I feel like he got hot off one song. He didn't build up a resume. He didn't build up a actual catalog for people to like, actually digest and start building that fan base. And then he got locked up right at the height of his career. So, you know, if I was him, I would have came home and went back to the drawing board and just started building my fan base, trying to build my catalog up, and do it like that.
Little guy that Bobby Shmurda put on blast. He took to social media to defend himself, and what he said or revealed is astounding. Like, it's really bad. Philip would take to social media to announce that Bobby Shmurda tour got canceled because they sold absolutely no tickets whatsoever. Bobby Shmurda got about 5 million followers on Instagram. He's somebody who's like a multi-platinum artist, but apparently he couldn't sell more than 10 tickets per city. Philip Stanger will say, let's be clear, the tour was canceled because average ticket sales across markets were 10 per city. That's not viable under any circumstances, no matter the artist or budget. Bobby Shmurda chose to publicly vent rather than acknowledge performance metrics. His frustrations is understood, but the numbers don't lie. The problem wasn't promotion, it was demand. The industry isn't about emotion, it's about execution. If 10 people are buying tickets, there's no show. Period. This post was a distraction. The facts are the facts. Philip is right. Bobby Shmurda is the last one to realize he's fallen off. He's the last one to realize there's no demand for your music. People really don't want to listen or hear your music anymore, bruh. And if we really think about it, bruh, Bobby Shmurda got about what, like 2 or 3 good songs? What type of tour is Bobby Shmurda doing with 2 or 3 good songs, bro? Like, cut it out, man, right? But Bobby Shmurda is the last one to realize he's fallen off. He's the last one. And because he's the last one to realize he's fallen off, he still think he is this multi-platinum artist. He still think he's on the level of his contemporaries and his peers. So now he's on social media blasting probably the only touring company who was willing to really give him a chance. Because Bobby Shmurda right now is an independent artist. All right, he signed paperwork to get off his label. Now, it's bad when the label just lets you walk away. Right? When the label lets you out your contract, when you're like 2 years removed from jail, when you're supposed to be the hottest you've ever been, and they let you just walk away from your contract, that's how you know it's bad, and that's how you know it's terrible. That's how you know you have absolutely no value left. The labels ain't letting you walk if they can make money off you. You're becoming more of a headache than you're worth. They say, bye, goodbye. So Bobby's selling the average of 10 tickets per city with 5 million followers don't make sense, bro. Yo, if Bobby Shmurda had 5 million active followers, he could post to his Instagram, hey, bro, I'm going on tour. And just based off the post on Instagram, you're supposed to get at least 100 tickets.
But see, the thing is, too, though, you got to think about, all right, how many out of those 5 million followers that he has, how many of them are actually fans? Because some people they'll follow you just because they want to keep up because you're, when he had the whole little jail thing going on and he was locked up and all that and his name in the blogs and everything like that. It's like some people just follow you just to keep track and see what you got going on. Not every last one of them followers is, following you for music because like he don't even got that much music, like a catalog like that. You feel me? So that's why I say, just because you see an artist with millions and sometimes those be bots, sometimes those be bought followers just to make the image look good, But lo and behold, in the long run, it's gonna catch up to you. And I feel like he just didn't market himself right. He didn't do his marketing was trash. His catalog wasn't that good. He did him as an artist. He didn't develop enough as an artist. He just got lucky with a hit song. And I think that messed him up in the long run, especially because the momentum he had at the height of his career, he got locked up. And then he had a chance to come back. And I ain't gonna ever say that an artist's career is over, because you can always reinvent yourself. We've seen it multiple times. Artists can always reinvent themselves and start dropping heat. I mean, look at Tyga. Tyga give you at least one or two hit songs every year or every 2 years type shit. Um, he gonna give you at least one banger, and he been doing it for years now. Are we looking for albums from him? No, but can we almost assume that Tyga is consistent when it comes to making hit records? Yes. Um, yeah, I feel like bro he could come back. He just gotta really, really, really take a step back and go back to the drawing board, bro.
Yo, Soldier Boy do about 1,000. Now the thing is too, what was even like more surprising to me when I found out
But
was
Soldier Boy has a
the
core fan
venues
base.
that Bobby Shmurda was doing.
Soldier Boy came up in a time like most of his fans grew up with him. Soldier Boy been out since he was 16. He gonna always have a fan because a lot of people grew up um in his era. So, and he know how to market himself. He know how to go. He know how to go viral. That nigga goes viral like this. But he also, even Soldier Boy is. I don't even like all his music. I don't even like none of his music really. But he has a core fan base. So he's gonna always be able to do his thing because he has a core fan base, and he got a bunch of hit records too, though. But he has a core fan base. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be easy for him, even if he ain't selling out a whole arena or nothing like that.
It was 500 to 1,000 capacity. So Bobby Shmurda wasn't even doing, I don't know, bro, like 5,000, right? 500 capacity. That was the tour, bro. That's like, bro. 500 is like going to like your local, I don't know, bro, like Chipotle, bro, and standing outside and performing. 500 people gonna hear you.
To answer everybody, pay attention, chat. Wichita, 12 tickets. Fort Wayne, 0. Madison, 5. That jumped to 17. Grand Rapids, 15. Louisville, 0. Greensboro, North Carolina, 2. Hampton, Virginia, 18. Washington, D.C., 4. Uh, Charleston, 23. Boston, 25. Buffalo, 15. No, yeah, Buffalo, 15. Columbus, 9. Memphis, 0. Dallas, 0.
Damn.
Damn.
Houston, 2. Oklahoma City, 0. Springfield, Missouri, 250 printed out with openers and 0 sold online.
Yeah.
Denver, 0. Salt Lake, 3. Phoenix, 8. Santa Cruz, 93. Chicago, 0. Appleton, 3. Fostoria, 0. Reading, 6.
Navan's business travel platform? It completely ruined my life. You see, I've been in the great policy force for over 30 years.
See, instead of touring, bro was better off just building his catalog up. Nigga, get in the studio. You should be in that bitch every day, making songs. If you make at least 100 songs, at least 10 of them things is gonna go. At least 10. Nigga, or at best 5 of them. At least you gonna get at least 5 bangers out of that 100. But if you really like dope and your pen is dope, you'll probably get at least like 10 out of that 100. You'll get a good 10, 15 songs that's gonna hit. But yeah, bro, gotta put in a lot more work. He skipped the in between. He took the elevator. He didn't take the stairs. And when you do that, it hurts you in the long run. I've seen it so many times with countless artists. Every time they don't know how to capitalize on their moment, or they're unprepared, or they don't put in enough work. If you know these niggas is not helping you, or you don't feel like they're helping you, that's when you gotta take a step back. All right, now you gotta start doing shit on your own, and really assess and readjust. Let's go.
Damn. Damn. I mean, I think honestly, best course of action, like use this publicity to get some traction,
Yeah.
right?
You have somebody disrespecting you, and you're just like, I'm being disrespected. I'm not going to put up with it. The tour was going to gross over $200,000, but it didn't because it didn't happen. For a tour to gross the money that a tour is expected to gross, it has to happen. Promoters after COVID got smart. Here's some free game for promoters. Most promoters will put in their offer sheet they won't pay a deposit until 10 days out or 30 days out. They won't sign a contract till 10 days out or 30 days out. That's the reality what most promoters at bigger venues, 500 cap rooms, do, or 1,000 cap rooms. And what happens is when the show ain't selling, they just go, we're canceling it. That's what happens. That's how the business works. When you get to the independent guys that don't know what they're doing, they do a show here or there, then they'll pay the deposit with the signing of the contract and all that because they don't do that many shows. You got to think some of these guys do 360, 500 shows a year. Do you know how much money would be tied up in that if they did it that way? Come on now. Most independent artists, since everybody in here is asking, it's artist-wise, would be better off going to indieonthemove.com, real shit, poet 500 cap to 1,600 cap. Most independent artists would be better to go to Indie on the Move, go to these independent dive bars, these 100 cap, 50 cap rooms you can get for free, get locals on there, and when you get the locals on there, push the show, and then you sell it, and you get like 50 people there, 100 people there, or 30 people, and you got to build your shit up.
Bobby couldn't even sell out 500 capacity.
I'm gonna have to look
This
into
is
that.
rock bottom. Now, I don't think it's over for Bobby. I feel like Bobby is still charismatic. He can still do something. If the music ain't going, he can get into other avenues. But it don't really look like he's taking his career too seriously right now. And he's not doing, to me, the necessary steps that's needed for him to really,
Exactly.
bro, get back, bro. Yo, bro, he could do a podcast. He could do...
Nigga. If Bobby Shmurda did if bro did like start streaming, oh my gosh. That's what he should have did. Before going just jumping on tour, he should have did like either PR, you know what I'm saying, PR run, where he going on all the different podcasts, where he's going on all the different streamers, clicking up with them. Even if you gotta throw them a little bread to get on there, you feel me? All right, it is what it is. Boom, that's exposure. Now, while you in the studio, heavy, every day, dropping a recording song, while you building up this hype. Once you get that motion going, out of all them songs that you making, you're gonna at least get one hot one. Boom, blast that, market it. Now market it for like at least 6 months, nigga. Then you hit them with like, we going on now, get that traction going, and keep on dropping music as you going, as you still pushing out that one single. You know what I'm saying? You still dropping stuff, still making appearances. But really, he should get into streaming though. He will boom. He will boom on there. I promise you, because he got the energy for it. He got the energy for it. He got the charisma for it. I'm telling you, he'll go. Yeah, but with that being said though, man, make sure y'all go ahead, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get at y'all in the next one. I'm gone.
Another day, another dollar. If you see me, better holla at your guala. Be in the moment, cause tomorrow ain't promised. If I gotta go get it, then I gotta. Yeah, I've been trying to get ahead, really gotta make a move, cause I'm only getting older, got to get this cake. Going 24 hours, I ain't even shower, doing everything I gotta do to be called great. Don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff. Don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff, yeah. Won't be no stuff, don't start no stuff, won't be no stuff. As I sat on the park bench while I struggle, my thoughts drift. Juggle and struggle inside of my head is a marsh pit. What to do, I'm pursuing a dream. They tell me it's far-fetched, a car wreck waiting to happen. I know a few who lost grip. Doubt me if you will, grabbing the wheel. Taking action, you throwing tantrums, get over yourself. If you're looking for the problem, go and look at yourself.